Welcome, you guys. Thank you guys for being present. So, one second. I hope that you guys are at peace, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the fruits of cultivating, developing, maintaining, and upkeep of inner peace. Okay, so we'll start off with cleansing with the Palo Santo, and then we'll do prayer, and we'll get a message. All right, let's cleanse the cards. Also, we'll show you guys the cards as well. If the energy doesn't resonate, then that's all right. You know, um, this is how I do my readings at this point. If the reading doesn't resonate, I'm not gonna take a payment. I started doing that this week, and the client today said the reading didn't resonate, so I said, all right, it's all good. Um, don't I told her only take what resonates and don't pay me if it doesn't resonate. Um, but I also show you guys the deck of cards I'm gonna be using because every deck of cards has its own unique personality and story behind it. So messages will be delivered a bit differently. Um, excuse me. It's cold in my house. With different decks of cards. So before we get into that, we'll do some prayer. But I will let you guys know a little bit of shadow work will be infused in this video, okay? Most High, thank you for a roof over our head. Thank you for clothes on our back. Thank you for food to eat. And thank you for discernment. And thank you for unconditional love you blessed us with to get through very tough healing times. May you lead me and guide me in delivering this message of love and light. I ask to deliver clear, concise, effective, emotional, manipulation free messages. All right, so of course, we're using the Native American Tarot deck. I have no idea why I love this deck of cards. I haven't had it very long, and the box looks as if I've had it for a long time. So I feel inclined to use it often. We also have the PlayStation Play cards, okay? So let's power this bad boy on. All right, perfect, perfect. And then we have the classic horror oracle, one of my favorites. I like horror films because they help me make peace with all aspects of my psyche. That even includes the trauma I've experienced. I'm making peace with my psychological trauma, and horror helps me be able to process it. Um, so if you feel the energy resonates with you guys, awesome. If it doesn't, that's fine. But I know a good chunk of my tarot readings and oracle card readings is done so that we can process any kind of trauma, especially heartbreaks and psychological trauma. Those are some of the biggest heartbreaks I have experienced, psychological trauma, as well as heartbreak, and I know that others have. So when I do tarot, it is designed to be gentle, but at the same time to have the standard firm boundaries so that we can heal psychological trauma healthily, at the same time be of service, because when you are healing psychological trauma it takes time. So this is why the classic horror oracle has served me well, okay. um it's helped me be able to understand um NPD personalities from a resentment free, non biased perspective. Um, and that right there, it being able to forgive cold hearted individuals keeps me from being cold hearted. So If you guys want to know a little bit about me, hey, I shared that with you guys, and I hope that that helps you guys have clarity about you know have clarity about why I do tarot the way I do it. Okay, um, it's God gave me an assignment, and I'm gonna do it. And without further ado, I showed you guys the cards. We did our prayer. We also have the wonderful pendulum here. So you guys, I'm working on improving my intuition. A good friend of mine named Angel blessed me with the pendulum. It has the beautiful amethyst up here as well as the clear quartz. Okay, so I'm humble enough to admit that I'm still interpreting messages um, as a tarot reader under the 10-year bracket of doing tarot. There are some tarot readers who have been doing it for 30 plus years. And for you guys who are still in the game of tarot, the tarot veterans, thank you guys, okay? I am in like say but within year 3 to 5 of doing tarot. So it's important for me to be humble to admit that when I'm learning to trust my intuition more, sometimes I don't quite understand some messages because I haven't had those experiences, and my perspective from my experiences, it sometimes it can limit me from being able to see the full potential of interpreting a card. So if any of these messages don't resonate, please don't take it on. I'm not here to negatively impact you guys. I'm not here to mislead you guys. I'm healing from that myself. So I'm honest enough to admit if any of these messages don't resonate, don't take them. At the same time, understand each of these deck of cards have different personalities. You know, we have Native American Tarot deck, we have the PlayStation play cards, and the classic Horror Oracle. So I like to combine all these different methods, and I like to see like what messages will come together from this, okay? So I guess without further ado, because that was a very long intro, let's get into the cards. We'll first start with the PlayStation play cards. We got Eight of Diamonds, Jack of Hearts, and Seven of Clubs. Yeah, seven. Yeah, Seven of Clubs. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is actually really good energy. Very good energy. Seven of Clubs, Jack of Hearts. Let's talk about it. Now, from my experience, I've mostly associated the Jack of Clubs with gang stalking, and that was from my perspective, my experience. But I'm understanding that all of you guys have not experienced gang stalking. So the Seven of Clubs in this deck I'm picking up, it could be where everyone has had different experiences where self protection is different for everyone. But at the same time, we're talking about the Jack of Hearts here too. So I feel like some of you guys could be learning how to um be of assistance to those that you have like that you do actually care about but that you don't know very well. This could be people that you could have work relationships with. You could start having you guys could be having greater discernment on how to be able to not jeopardize your stability, but also you guys could be having greater discernment on when it is best to be of aid to someone that you may work with. And you guys could have had conflict at your workplace to where you guys had to establish strong boundaries. At the same time, you know, you guys could have had a bit of a popularity contest thing going on at your place of work. So I feel like you guys are navigating the politics of the workplace. If you guys, even if you guys are entrepreneurs, your work location, it could have some sort of popularity aspect in it where people are trying to be viewed as likable and things of that nature in order to be seen in good light where there is conflict. But at the same time, I feel like if this is concerning how you guys get your finances, I feel like you guys could, if you guys aren't at this place yet, but you guys will be getting to this place where you guys are going to have greater discernment on how to go about, being of service it is concerning other people. If you have worked in a work environment in which conflict has been used in order to gain popularity. Now, let's talk about how conflict can be used to gain popularity. Because the person who's seen in a higher light, when conflict is present, they're more than likely, it depends on your work environment. But I feel like some of you guys could have a work environment in which popularity can be a big deal at an immature level, in a way where it's kind of like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how old are we? How old are you? What's going on here? So some of you guys could just, be, you guys could be learning to trust again. Because if you do, even if you're an entrepreneur or if you're working, you guys have to make sure, like, you guys are working on team player type type dynamics where you're working. So you guys may, be in a mature state to understand you guys can't run away whenever things get hard. So you guys may be finding ways to kind of like figure out, okay, I understand that I do have to provide for myself in a manner that is going to keep balance internally and externally. At the same time, I do understand the work politics taking place here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a healthy way to set boundaries. So, there could be communication taking place in your workplace about people trying to be viewed from a popular perspective. Okay. um and I feel like and if you guys are wondering how the gossip is motivated with this two of diamonds here, I'll tell you guys how. It's motivated based off how someone reacts or respond to a stimuli. For example, I'll give you guys an example. Let's say it's a popularity contest going on, and I want you to be agreeable. But if and when you're not agreeable, I sit there and try to narrate you having a different opinion as if you wronged me. When the reality is we both just think differently. Here's what's actually taking place. I could be judging the situation based off of my level of experience in life, and so can you. And if we automatically view each other as, because we think differently, we're enemies, automatically we're gonna have conflict, right? That's just obvious. So I could react conflictual, or I can respond and see a new perspective. I can sit here and say, I don't know what her life is like. I haven't had that experience, but this is my experience. But in this moment, I'm meant to see this thing from a clearer perspective. So, based off, if we have a disagreement, if someone tries to pick a fight with me, if I choose to engage and, respond back, and basically be very submissive and quiet, and go along with the bullshit and shenanigans. You know what happens when people get involved in popularity contests now, don't you? Anyway, but if I sit here and I'm realizing just because we don't agree on something and you're trying to basically force me to think the way you're thinking, I'm going to state my piece. And if you misinterpret it, how you misinterpret it or how you emotionally respond has nothing to do with me. But because you're a grown ass adult, you're going to have to sit here and be mature. So some of you guys, also, this is where your discernment could be coming in, because some of you guys could be putting two and two together, that there's a popularity contest taking place at your work site, your location, whatever you work at, wherever you have you got your money coming in, and you may be noticing that some people are treating the workplace like they are still in high school at adult age. So you guys may be using grave discernment, and I say grave discernment when it comes to establishing um any sort of close work connection. Okay, you guys may be changing the way you maneuver, because you may be understanding that some people are trying to basically make things, they may be trying to make things go work. They may be trying to make things work for them also, they can have more money. It's like they feel that if they're seen to have more money than some people, they feel they'll be able to win a popularity contest. Some people in your workplace could think that they have to have a lot of money in order to be invited to social gatherings. If the people that they're closest to, immediate family, want absolutely nothing to do with them. But what's interesting, they're not coming telling you why people don't want nothing to do with them. They're not being honest about it. But you're seeing the side of them. Oh my gosh, yes, yeah, the agreeable side. But it's kind of like, these are the people that if you go out and drink with them, they may be agreeable all the time at work, but once they get liquor or some type of substance in them, you're going to see a whole nother vibe. Okay, so I feel like this is letting some of you guys know, like, you got to understand, if you have to, if you had to, not, I'm not, let me rephrase it. Not if you have to, if you're working in a workplace that is for the best, for you to learn the necessary internal lessons that you need to be able to maintain discipline and structure when things get hard. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. In the summertime when I was doing tarot, I didn't mind staying long hours. But at the same time, now it's cold. I still go out to Union Square in NYC, and I still post up and I have my set time. But at the same time, the cold is settling in. It's not summertime anymore. So I have to have that discipline so that I don't get lazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and overwork myself, but I can't get lazy. So I feel like I'm saying this, if you are in a place where you don't want to be there, but it's helping you build those internal skills so that you do not become your own worst enemy and be the cause of you having failure in your dreams. This is where you could have some people at work who could blame others for their failures. This is where you're going to have to understand there's something you're supposed to learn. We have the judgment card here, okay? Some things have to be laid to rest. You see how there's a dead body right here? Some things have to be laid to rest. If someone has gone above and beyond to basically humiliate you with the 10 of clubs here, mockery, if someone has took the time, wait, some of you guys can have somebody, some of you got, that's, hold on, this is referring to the first message. Some of you guys could have someone who is also aware of the work politics, okay? Some of you guys can have someone who's aware of work politics and they don't give a fuck about it. They don't like it. We got a chief of blaze. They don't have to be an air sign, but you might have somebody that's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I have responsibilities outside of work, and you bringing your personal problems, and you making personal problems while we at work, and then you trying to act like everything's cool. Don't start no shit. You can have somebody just telling it like it is. See, when the chief of blaze comes up, when the chief of blaze speaks, people know, okay, it's done. So some of you guys could be asked to whatever role you guys are playing in any type of work conflict, Just dead that shit. Like literally, I feel like if somebody is trying to basically mock you, if somebody is trying to humiliate you, if somebody is trying to make things extra personal, shit, the shit is over with. It's done. They betrayed you. What more can you do? You can sit there and argue back and forth with them, but they're trying to have connection with you. We got the five of wands here, y'all. You got people that literally want to get access to you, so they're willing to start fights with y'all. But no worries. With the justice card here, let me tell y'all something. If they cause any trouble, I'm picking up on people that could be associated with making reckless decisions, having created unnecessary financial challenges at your place of work. Look, they gonna be handled with this justice card if they have created unnecessary financial problems that's not associated with necessary operations of a normal legal business. They ain't gonna have no jobs. Child. So if somebody's trying to basically get you into a state where you're seeming to be the problem at work, but you're not the problem, you got to understand how you react or respond is going to set the tone for how this conflict continues. If you're and you keep arguing back, the conflict gonna go on going and on going. And you got to understand, finances will be lost. Now we're not in a time where people want to be playing with their finances. Most people and conscious parents specifically, are making sure their finances go to making sure that children have their school needs met when the school season is present, okay? Most conscious parents are understanding. Just because you have a business and if it has success, don't mean you go out and wild out and do extra shit and show off. Look at the success I've earned. No, you sit there and make sure your children are able to have nest eggs. And some people at your workplace don't think like this. They think short term. And when they get long term failure, this is where they bring their personal problems to work. So understand, somebody had enough with this Chief of Blaze. The Chief of Blaze is not one to sit there and allow unnecessary bullshit to occur that can negatively impact the function of a business. So we got the Warrior of Vessels and Victory here. Y'all can have somebody been peeping this whole work popularity contest, and you could have somebody that's been peeping this shit, just been peeping, and the people could have gotten so comfortable starting work popularity contest bullshit that they don't understand. Some of them ain't gonna have no work to go to. You got what the Chief of Blaze is very punctual and factual. So this means the Chief of Blaze more than likely got put pen to paper, started doing some accounting shit, and started putting together. Something ain't adding up here. We're not here to be making friends. We're here to basically have productivity. And if a friendship naturally forms, great. But remember to remain professional at all times. This is the attitude of the Chief of Blaze. Remain professional. So some people that ain't been remaining professional with the Justice card here, they ain't gonna have no jobs to go to, because with this 10 of clubs here, they decided to create unnecessary havoc. And that could basically, think about it. If you're a business owner, I want y'all to put this together. If you're a business owner and you have hired a couple of people, and you notice in the first week the productivity is high, right? But in the second weeks to follow, you start noticing productivity is failing, and you start putting You start putting some things together. Some co-workers that got along in the beginning ain't getting along now. So why would they not be getting along? And why would they be basically using the workplace as an area to show people that, look, we ain't getting along, so we're not staying focused on tasks, and us not being able to produce consistent quality work anymore is basically giving the business a bad reputation. This is why some of these people ain't gonna have no work to go to. You got managers who making the cut. They like, yo, we need productivity. Yes, I am about teamwork. And yes, I am about making sure it's a family environment. But I don't want to have an establishment where the family environment is where people feel comfortable enough to act as if they're having a family feud while business is actually taking place. So these people who've been fucking around, they ain't recognized that they being watched. They've been investigated. Y'all might have some businesses that's being investigated, bro. There could be some businesses that's being investigated. And what's helping get clarity on the business that's being investigated is basically the work drama taking place. So some of you guys could be learning trust again, because you guys could be seeing everybody ain't with the shits and giggles. Everybody ain't with the work drama. Everybody ain't trying to win a popularity contest. And you can see how those people you can see how the people that's all about popularity contests treat the people that's simply there to work. Basically, these people have created a scam in a business that didn't have to be there. But this is where management has to come in and take accountability. Management should have changed people out. Should have gotten rid of people. So some businesses gonna be letting people go. Some people gonna be looking for work and they're not gonna have work because they are too much of a liability when it comes to maintaining, keeping work, like keeping finances flowing. And we are now in the time, let's think about it. We're now in the time where if you are not able to maintain work, this impacts your children. Now it's wintertime. You don't want to hear your children crying because they don't have a warm coat or they don't know where their next meal gonna come. As a parent, you're logically going to feel like a disappointment. And this is where, as a parent, you got to understand, if my child doesn't have what they need, what do I need to do so my child has what they need? So some of you guys have been going to work, doing the grind, supporting a business in a healthy manner. Understand, if you've been dealing with work politics where you got people coming there and using work as a popularity contest, don't take it personal. They got different lives. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But where they are a liability is because they're closed-minded. See, there's a reason managers hire people and managers fire people. There's a reason managers have higher uppers. Y'all got to understand. If there's been work drama that's been so out of pocket, it creates scandal at a business. Then nobody's looking at the business. People start looking at the work drama that's going on. Y'all understand? So that's some businesses that have been investigated. And there's people that's been at places of work for way too long, got too damn comfortable. And they didn't realize they was being investigated. Y'all got to think about this. If you have we're in a time now, and we're going to talk logical here. If a business owner has invested, and sacrificed in order to get a business off the ground, and they have a 5-year plan, and the plan is to grow it, the business owner has to be accountable for everything that takes place. So some people are getting honest about why business is failing, and you got some managers that they are just, let me keep it honest. You got some managers, they petty just like their employees. These are the businesses that will be losing money, and this means petty people gonna have a hard time finding a job. We got the twins here, and then we also got Harvest. Let's talk about it. If you got people that's been playing games at work because they done been there for a long time and they done got too damn comfortable, some of these people could be connected to fraudulent charges with the Harvest card here. And this is also another reason why some businesses are being investigated, because like I said, we doing shadow work. If you're a manager, or if you got a position of authority and you connected to a business that is connected to scandal, y'all got to hold yourself accountable for why y'all didn't take time to change out things when things needed to be changed. We're combining microeconomics with tarot right now. All right? That's what we're doing. When I do tarot, I do it with love. I do. But at the same time, I'm also a practical person and I'm a conscious parent. And the fact is, currently, I live in the hood, and there's nothing wrong with it. At the same time, it's nothing wrong with the fact that I live in the hood. It's the fact that I'm concerned about my children's safety. So I'm not planning on just, waiting to receive city FEPs one day and then the next I'm not sure how I'm gonna have food in my pocket. I'm thinking long term. What can I do so my kids will not be subjected to bullies? In the hood, it's way too much bullying. And something tells me in other areas, like the suburbs, there's bullying that takes place too. Now, when I go to work, I don't want to experience bullying. But some of y'all guys have experienced bullying at work. And y'all gonna find out the bullies that was fucking around is connected to fraudulent charges. And if some of you guys could be working at a company that could have been investigated, but some of the people that was bullying y'all is connected to some illegal ass activity beyond anything you can fucking imagine. So one would ask, why will bullies who are connected to fraudulent activity get too damn comfortable picking on people that they don't even know? And this is exactly why the fuck they getting investigated. So some of you guys are at a place of work that is getting investigated. Anyway, oh shit. Let me cleanse these cards. I'm gonna get you guys a message. Well, damn. Damn. Work politics, right? Well, damn. Thank you, Most High, for this message. Thank you, Most High, for this message. I pray that I delivered it accurately, and I hope, Most High, I pray for a protection over the children and animals of the people that are connected to fraudulent charges in companies where investigation is taking place. I pray that the children and animals and even the plants remain safe. Dear Lord, watch over them. Let's get you guys one more message. Child. Ooh, child. So, if you guys are wondering how these people got caught, I'm going to tell you how they got caught. We got the 9 of diamonds supported by the 5 of clubs. These people wanted to be viewed as superior with very special lifestyles. Let me tell you how. It's kind of like I'm picking up on people where their lifestyles, they wanted to attract clients um by living a lifestyle where people would say, you know what, you must be doing really well with your business if you can afford this lifestyle. I'm picking up on some people who have some really good times. There's nothing wrong with that. They also probably, have their aesthetic as well. But at the same time, with this nine of diamonds, there could be paper trails of them having, like, spent more money on, like, say, vacations or extravagant type experiences that they could have shared on social media in order to attract like, in order to, like, let's say, attract clients or attract businesses and shit like that. There could be paper trails connected to, like, this person spent this much money, but based off the value of their business, how would they have this much money coming in? So let's put two and two together. If some of you guys have a popularity contest going on at your job, and these people weren't aware they were getting investigated, but they were basically flossing on the ground. Like, when it comes to this nine of diamonds, this ain't talking about, somebody is somebody, like, they got an aesthetic, and it's just what they do. This is people, like, yes, we're making a down payment for a home. We're doing this, and we're thinking about doing this. We're thinking about doing this. We talking about big fucking purchases. I'm picking up, there's probably financial trails from bank statements where it's kind of like, yo, are you getting extra money from somebody and shit like that? All kinds of shit. So this how their asses got caught. So if you guys have dealt with work bullies, okay? If you guys have dealt with work bullies, these work bullies um got themselves caught because you know, everybody wasn't participating in the popularity contest. And when they took things too far with people that chose not to participate in the popularity contest and started showing shit on social media, paper trails, bank statements, like, how you gonna afford this type of this trip right here, right? But the value of your business is this, and this is your cost of living. How you gonna be able to afford your cost of living plus this fancy ass trip? Child. When I say tarot has evolved, like, no, I'm not gonna say tarot has evolved. I'm gonna say tarot is like a mother figure for me. Because if I had a mother figure, tarot would tell me to always keep it 100. Okay? If I had a mother figure and it was tarot will always tell me to keep it 100. You want to know the truth, honey? I'm gonna tell you the truth, and you got to move accordingly, or you're gonna see the same cars showing up. All right. So on that note, let's get you guys some messages from the homemade deck. We got leading by example, front line of the battlefield with troops. If you have been doing the right thing while an investigation has been taking place at your place of work, understand you good. These people was living too comfortable. They was living way too comfortable. They was living too comfortable. Y'all understand? They was boldly living they was boldly living too comfortable. Let me repeat that shit again. They were boldly living too comfortable. Let me repeat that shit again, because these cards ain't lying. The people that's getting caught up in child, let me tell y'all, caught up in an investigation. Fraudulent charges mean prison time, baby. They were boldly living too comfortable. All right? So, let's alchemize this energy. Prepare to receive this positive affirmation. I'm also going to use the solar plexus sound bowl in order to help balance y'all solar plexuses as we receive this positive affirmation. Child. Strength, bravery, and boldness starts from inside of me. The visions of the universe are within my heart. I surrender to my ambitious and motivated nature. Whew. It's time for some of you guys to take action. For those of you guys who are struggling while you have people starting work conflict and boldly lives too comfortable, you guys are being seen as innocent. Because some of you guys, let's just say, while this investigation was taking place, you guys were subjected to a bunch of bullshit. And this also raised awareness on how much money these people was possibly taking in a very illegal manner. So this is another reason. So some people got prison time on their hands, and I spit, baby. I sure did spit. That's when I spit, it be true, baby. We got this is the opposite. It flipped over. The positive affirmation is I am fueled by heart energy, not anger. It's in reverse. So what this is saying here is, hold on, let me read this. Karma. This is a karma. Someone who was fueled by anger energy and chose to not forgive and release resentment, but who acted out on resentment, they're facing karma. They might be feeling guilty, connected to something sexual. They could have got taken advantage of sexually. The person that they could have gotten taken advantage of sexually could have broken their hearts. So this is a karma. So for some of you guys, and this is karma for them. Somebody who did love spells, they're getting karma back. So so a message for some of you guys. If anyone did a love spell on you guys, and their karma is they got their heart broken. Now, there's a rule about love spells. You don't do them like on someone if it's not if you don't do love spells on people. It's not that you can't do it. You can do it, but why would you do it? Why would you try to get someone to give you affection that they don't exactly want to give to you on their own? So there could be someone who had there could be somebody who did some, where my tissue at? My nose all runny, I'm spilling the tea. There could be somebody that could have breadcrumbed you guys, or you guys could have breadcrumbed them. Um, but take what resonates. Someone who could have done a love spell on you guys got the return to senders of their love spells, and they ended up getting their heart broken. hmm So when the return to senders went back to them, their hearts got broken. Anyway, we're gonna go on to the next one. That's a message someone needed to know. And this could be related to a place getting investigated, a workplace getting investigated. Another way they could have gotten caught is connected to sexual relations that happen among employees who were basically boldly being too comfortable. Wow. The innocent ones were struggling every damn day. Anyway, and this could have negatively impacted the finances. Understand? Remember, I stated some employees, no, some managers, no, if some business owners, they're going to be mature and say, hey, shit happened. Let me start over. Let me learn my lesson. And they'll become better people from business failure. I'm picking up every business owner don't operate that way. Some business owners who don't take accountability will say, shit, this business failed. You didn't do your part. You did this, you did that. At the same time, the business owner should have been paying attention and should have understood. I have to make changes. So some I think the second message is related to sexual relations. Some business relationships where a investigation is taking place could have gotten a little too personal. That's why they got too comfortable. Okay. All right. Child, we gonna get y'all this last reading. We're gonna get y'all this last message. All right. All right. So somebody who understood, some of y'all have people who try to unalive y'all. And the way they try to unalive y'all, they participated in heavy emotional manipulation. You also can have some people doing illusion magic as well. So I'm picking up on people with control issues who wanted you to see things from their perspective. They wanted you to see things from their perspective so much to the point they were willing to try every trick in the book to get you to see, like they wanted you to see them as people that it's like they wanted to be chosen for, like, pick me, choose me, bitches and niggas. It's I'm picking up on some people who wanted intimate relationships with people. They wanted it to go far. I'm also picking up on some people who are in the occult, who use illusion magic, but at the same time they was also heavy emotional manipulators. Now, if you got people emotionally manipulating you and doing illusion magic at the same time, do not be afraid of how far their control issues can go. Even if they try to unalive you, you gotta understand, if you got people who doing illusion magic and they're heavy emotional manipulators, what you think gonna happen when them return to senders go back? I just stated somebody did a love spell, and the love spell basically went right back. A return to sender happened, and they got their heart broken. So what you think gonna happen with an illusion magic spell when that returns to sender? And somebody try to unalive y'all. Y'all need to know this. So whoever try to unalive y'all did some illusion magic, and they also were heavily using emotional manipulation to hide how they were trying to unalive y'all. Well, return to senders is in full force. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. I hope this message resonated with who it needed to resonate with, and if it didn't resonate with you, this wasn't your message. Um, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Somebody needs to know this, especially if you a conscious parent. If you co-parenting with an NPD or a person who likes to stay blind, deaf, and dumb, and you understand the dangers that's in our world currently in this moment, understand you can have somebody hiding behind your child in order to avoid danger that they have walked themselves into. Don't take it personal. This means you just got to step your game up, baby. If you are co-parenting with somebody who does not genuinely understand that when you become a parent, there's a reason they say you got to sacrifice some shit. So some of you guys could be co-parenting with somebody who don't understand what sacrifice means when you get a child in the picture. So they could have got themselves into some danger, and they could be basically using the children to hide from the consequences of their danger. At the same time, let's logically put two and two together. If you got somebody actively communicating verbally and non-verbally fear to their children, what are you teaching your children? And what kind of parent is going to hide behind their kids after they done got themselves into some trouble? So some of you guys could be fully aware that you guys are going to have to put more time and effort into your grind and making sure that every moment you spend with your child counts. Not because it's out of fear, not because you're afraid for your child's safety, but because you want to set a good example for your children so that they do not choose the life that a toxic parent is showing them. Also, somebody is losing a job. Also, somebody um wants to express emotions to you guys. And let me see. Let me Some of you, the person who may want to express emotions to you, you guys may share a similar trauma. Um Also, some of you guys could know somebody who has the reputation of this sort, or you guys could have the reputation of this sort. Um, it's better off to have you as a friend and to not make you an enemy. Or this could be some of your reputations, or some of you guys could know people with the reputation. It's better off to have this person as a friend. Don't make them your enemy. Let me see, because there's some messages that need. Immaturity of karmic is being exposed. You got a karmic trying to outrun responsibility. And how they was doing it, they was a single white female energy trying to basically outrun responsibility. They was called violated boundaries, y'all. They was playing heavy psychological manipulation. They also try to steal from you guys. They have there could be somebody who has a history of stealing. There could be somebody who's also trying to like basically every time you guys have a success, they might try to downplay everything you guys do. Also, y'all, be mindful. Don't go around karmics who ain't healing because they walking into trouble. I'm picking up they walking into trouble. If y'all around, be mindful. Karmics who have a lot of that they got themselves into some heavy ass shit. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. They may have got involved with some dangerous people. Be mindful. Don't help them. Because you understand, if you help a karmic when they are supposed to be getting themselves out of situations that they keep getting themselves in, a karmic is going to use you as a shield. So there could be a karmic who basically got involved with some very dangerous people. And they may be acting nice because they want you to they basically want to escape from the consequences of not choosing to think long term, and they was thinking short term. Also, someone wanted to be God and played God in your life. Now they have the responsibility of a king without the valuable skill sets you assisted them with. Somebody could have tried to dominate you guys, and they could have tried to humiliate you guys and said that they could have said that they knew better than you. They also could have been stealing your ideas as well. But now, with all the information that they stole from you guys or the creative intellectual property, just know they have to basically play this whole thing out, but they don't have the skill sets to endure it. So they're under a lot of stress. Someone is trying to someone's in the wrong place at the wrong time. You got some people just trying to go against you simply because they got nothing better to do and they bored. This means you're doing something right. You got these same people going to apologize to you. They keep trying to cross your boundaries. You may have some people who have sex addictions trying to cross your boundaries. You're being told to ignore them. You got some people that only want to get next to you only because they trying to get out of a situation. So they feel if you keep ducking and dodging the dumb bullshit they got set up for you, they feel that you could get them out some shit. No, they gonna get themselves out. Also, you got some people afraid of being exposed for the violence that they're capable of putting people through, or you got some people afraid of being exposed because of past violence they haven't healed from. So if they've been a problem during this holiday season, these holy days, they gonna be less of a problem. Let's get you guys two more messages, because I feel like these messages will assist someone. Someone is irresponsible and they trying to irritate the hell out of y'all. You got an irresponsible person trying to intentionally irritate y'all. Don't take this shit personal. When these people need help, they ain't gonna be trying to irritate nobody. That is that's a karma for you. That's a karma reading for you guys. Somebody who been trying to irritate you on purpose. Well, when responsibility come a knocking, they not gonna have what they need. So look, that means you simply stay responsible. The more irresponsible they become, catch up is very hard. Playing catch up is getting harder and harder to basically get your basic needs met. especially if you're trying to play catch up in the wintertime. So somebody been trying to irritate y'all, and they've been irresponsible. And catch up is even harder in the wintertime. So they gonna be less of an irritation because they ass is gonna be kept busy. Also, you got a bully that's being isolated. I don't know how they being isolated, but they being isolated. And if you guys need any help with business, tap into your spirit animals, okay? Your spirit animals will help you be able to set healthy boundaries so that you guys do not have to deal with stupid shit that where people could try to set up lawsuits for y'all. And that way so you guys can avoid business scandal. You guys want to avoid business scandal, tap into your spirit animals because I'll do a brief recap. The beginning message is speaking about a investigation taking place where fraudulent charges took place because gang stalking occurred and the gang stalkers got bold as shit with their gang stalking. Okay, I don't think they knew how bold they was being, but they was bold with the shit, baby. So I feel like for you guys to avoid legal scandals, for you guys to avoid getting off your path of business, and for you guys to stay integrity filled in everything that you do, connect with your spirit animals because they're going to help you have the blueprint for business success so you don't have to deal with no extra bullshit. And without further ado, we gonna basically close this out with some solar plexus healing.